Narcissistic individuals use lots of different emotional manipulation as a tactic to remain in control over their victims. Coercive and controlling behaviour. And one of these emotions that they are going to go all out to use against you to remain in control over you is guilt. Narcissists often use guilt as a manipulation tactic to maintain control over others. There's lots of different ways that they do this. A narcissist can simply just shift the blame for their behaviour over to you. Shift the responsibility for their actions onto somebody else. It's never their fault. It's always somebody else's fault. If they ask you to do something that you feel uncomfortable with doing, so you try and set a healthy boundary, they can just turn around and say, if you loved me, you would. Or if they try and get you to do something and you have prearranged something with somebody else, so you let them know, they play the victim. Oh, don't you want to spend any time with me? You're always willing to do it for them, but not me. Making you feel guilty for their shortcomings, for their failures as a person. They go all out to play the victim, and they play the victim so convincingly well that you can't help but to feel sorry for them and want to help them out. Narcissists often go all out to portray themselves as the victim in any given situation which benefits them. By emphasising on their struggles, on their pain, they can have no end of illnesses to get out of doing things in order to make you feel guilty. They look to make you feel like you're not supportive enough, you're not caring enough, you're not loving enough, you're not understanding enough. And due to their manipulation of you, you can become exhausted and drained to the point where you distance yourself and then you believe you're the problem. Narcissists use conditional love and approval. So they use love and approval as leverage, implying that your worthiness is based on meeting their every demand. If you fail to comply with their demands, their wishes, their needs, then obviously you're the one that just doesn't care about them. They express disappointment, they sulk, they fall silent, they cry, they leave you feeling guilty. They can go all out to gaslight, which is the manipulative tactic which involves distorting your reality to get you to question your perceptions of reality. By denying their behaviour, by suggesting things such as you're overreacting, they can provoke jealousy within you and accuse you of being jealous. They can break your trust and just accuse you of having trust issues. And as you're feeling these things, you question yourself and not their behaviour. They instill that shame and that guilt for feeling confused, for feeling upset. They make you feel guilty for feeling the feelings they've provoked within you. Narcissists will go all out to create doubt. Narcissists sow seeds of doubt about your actions, about your decisions. Arrange to go out with your friends or your family and they'll claim, oh, so you care more about them than you do me, leading you to constantly second guess yourself. And it can result in feeling guilty for choices that you were entirely justified in making. They throw past mistakes in your face, yet with their double standards, you're not allowed to throw any of theirs in their face. They bring up your past mistakes or failures to remind you of your shortcomings, but you're not allowed to remind them of any of theirs. This tactic can provoke guilt and reinforce a sense of inadequacy within you, making you more compliant to the narcissist's demands of you. They can go all out to use emotional blackmail. Narcissists can use emotional threats or consequences to manipulate your behaviour in their favour. They might say, if you leave me, I don't know what I'll do. So you fear that they'll do the worst if you dare to step away from them. They can turn around and say, well, what about the children? They don't always give a direct thing. They just give you something to overthink, overanalyze, wonder what they meant by that. If they'll carry that act out, making you feel guilty for daring to even consider your own needs. If you try and improve yourself in any way, they are incredibly envious of other people's growth. So they go all out to sabotage it. If you try and lose weight, they'll go all out to bake you a cake. Usually they'll go and buy one from a shop and claim they've made it. And then if you don't want to eat it because you're on a diet, they get offended, making you feel guilty, taking a slice, ruining your diet. They'll do this if you try and quit drinking alcohol, if you try and quit smoking, try and quit gambling, if you start trying to walk more, they'll use weaponized incompetence and fail to be able to do tasks they used to be able to compete. So you'll run off your feet and you don't get the time or the energy to do the things that you enjoy. Yet they turn round, especially with weaponized incompetence, and they claim that, well, nothing I ever do for you is good enough, is it? See, this is all the thanks I get for trying to help you. They go all out to dry beg. So they indirectly ask you for something in a manner that makes you feel like you need to give it. They'll indirectly ask for compliments by saying nobody cares about me, nobody appreciates me. So you're feeding them the compliments. And then when you dare to say anything negative about them, they turn around and say, well, you're the one that's always telling me how amazing I am. You can't win with narcissistic individuals. What you can do is recognise the game, walk away, no longer play. Recognising the tactics of narcissists helps you protect your emotional well-being and resist the false guilt that they place within you, that they seek to impose so they can manipulate your emotions and get their needs met by you. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on this channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available and those teachable links are in the video description. I do also have a few limited one-to-one slots available. If you're looking for a licensed therapist to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp and their sponsored link is in the video description. I do also have several books out on Amazon, How to Create Boundaries, around those who have no respect for your boundaries. The new book, which is the novel of Behind the Mask, The Rise of a Narcissist, 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People, How to Stay Sane and Break the Chain, a Narcissists Handbook, the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and Healing from Narcissistic Abuse, a guided journal for empowerment and recovery, or recovery and empowerment, which is less reading and more journaling. If anyone is interested in any of those books, please go and take a look at those on Amazon. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.